Just recently, one woman helped fund investment accounts for 25 million American children with a single donation, a $6.25 billion commitment, one of the biggest gifts to children in U.S. history. But here's the twist. Most people don't know her name. They know her husband, the tech billionaire behind Dell Computers. But the real force behind this story, it's her. Today, we're diving into the life of Susan Dell, the private, powerful, and surprisingly dynamic woman shaping the future of millions of kids. And trust me, her story is nothing like what you'd expect. Susan Dell was born Susan Lynn Lieberman, raised in Dallas, Texas. She grew up in a Jewish household that valued education, discipline, and ambition. Her father, Zelig Zek Lieberman, was a respected doctor. Her mother, Marilyn Eli Lieberman, kept the family grounded and tight-knit. And she wasn't alone. She had two brothers, Randy and Steve, both of whom would go on to become successful in business themselves. From a young age, Susan wasn't the type to sit still. At W.T. White High School, she stood out. Not because she was loud, but because she was driven. Athletics became her language. Running, cycling, competing. She wasn't just participating. She was pushing limits. After high school, Susan chose a path that blended creativity and business. She studied fashion design and merchandising at Arizona State University. When she graduated, she didn't chase the spotlight. Instead, she moved into the world of real estate in Austin, working for the Trammell Crow Company, a fashion mind working in corporate real estate, a combination that already showed how comfortable she was in multiple worlds at once. And then, in 1988, everything shifted. Through a client, Susan met a young entrepreneur named Michael Dell, a guy who had dropped out of college to sell computers from his dorm room. They clicked instantly, not because he was famous, he wasn't yet, but because they both shared an intense work ethic and a hunger for building things that matter. They married in 1989, and over the years had 4 children: Alexa, Kira, Juliet, and Zachary. In 1999, Susan and Michael created something that would become central to her life: the Michael and Susan Dell Foundation. And although the name has two people, Susan is not just a co-founder. She's the board chair and the strategic heartbeat behind the foundation's direction. From education to health to pathways out of poverty, the foundation has committed nearly $3 billion to improving the lives of children around the world. If there's one question Susan constantly asks behind the scenes, it's this: will this actually improve a child's life? Not, will this look good? Not, will this make headlines? But, does it really work? That mindset shaped everything the foundation does. While doing all of this, Susan was also building a totally different identity. As an elite endurance athlete, she competed in marathons. She raced triathlons. She even took on the Ironman World Championship in Kona, one of the toughest endurance races on Earth. Not many billionaire philanthropists can say they've crossed that finish line, and her creative roots never left her. Susan launched multiple fashion labels, including Phi, a high-end New York brand known for its minimalist, architectural designs. So yes, she's a philanthropist, a businesswoman, an athlete, and a mother, all at once. And then came the moment that brought her name back into the global spotlight. In 2025, Susan and Michael Dell pledged $6.25 billion to help fund investment accounts, often called Trump accounts or Invest America accounts, for 25 million children. Here's how it works. The accounts hold real money that grows over time. The goal: give these kids especially those from lower and middle-income families, a financial head start when they turn 18. Education, housing, starting a business, whatever path they choose, they won't be starting from zero. Experts have already called this one of the largest single private gifts ever committed to American children. And while Michael stands next to her at the announcement, those who know the foundation say Susan's fingerprints are all over the idea. So who is Susan Dell? She's the daughter of Zelig and Marilyn Lieberman, raised with discipline and purpose in Dallas. She's an endurance athlete who refuses to quit, a fashion entrepreneur who followed her creative instincts, a foundation leader who helps steer billions toward giving children a fair shot, and now, one of the architects behind a historic gift that could shape the futures of millions of young Americans. She doesn't chase the spotlight. She rarely gives interviews, but her impact, you feel it every time a child gets access to a better school, every time a student stays in college, and soon, when millions of young adults open an account and find real money waiting to help them start life on stronger ground. That's the story of Susan Dell, one of the most quietly influential women in America.